What's up, guys? Of course, I'm back in another video, a little different than my usual one. By the time of this, you already know what you're here for. Basically, right now, you're seeing the stats of everything. I'm gonna try to be quick about this. And I've only been grinding for about an hour and a half. I started about level 41, and now I'm level 60. Even though this is before Roxas, this is technically before the world I never was, too. I haven't even entered the world at the time I started grinding, because I'm doing this on critical, and I wanted to be as easy as possible. So I went to go grind. So we're gonna show you the strat I use to grind. And it's in the Twilight Town. You know, right before it's at the tail end of the game. But I'll show you a good route. It's great. This is a trick I do to make sure that even if it's hard on critical, you still will get XP. You still have to kill the enemies, but it's not as difficult even if you die from an enemy or so. So let's start into it. Now, I died previously, but you see, right here, you want to get hit because you need two things. You need the gold blade and you need experience boost. And as you can see right here, I let them hit me to get me down to critical. When you're a higher level, it's a little harder. So you have to like make them hit you like twice like they did. Sometimes it works the first time. Here, you want to make sure you got reflect, and you want to use reflect, because if you can hit that one time, you're done for it, and you just quickly wipe out the enemies. Right here, about 4 more enemies, 4 more nobodies at dusk, and you just want to one more combo them. No biggie. Don't want you to have to worry about spirit guys, but once you know the routine, it's not that difficult to go through. So you just want to take them out as so. And they're all checking out, so what you want to do now is go to the door. This is basically like a checkpoint. Once you go to that door, if you die, you still have all your XP from that room. Sometimes what I do is when I kill those 2 guys over there, those 2 sword guys, nobodies, I'll sometimes just go right through the door. That way, if I die, I you know, can redo the checkpoint. And see, I go in and out, so I restart the checkpoint, and they don't respawn. I'll say there's about 4 nobodies here. So you can see I leveled up already. No biggie. I feel down a little bit there, but just, I try to get right back up so I don't spawn any other enemies. If I spawn any other enemies, it's bad. The 2 gamblers respawn. I just went right past them. Now, if you're more confident or you're doing this on like proud or standard, you don't have to go to the checkpoints constantly if you don't want to. I do, because I'm on critical and I die a lot more quickly. So you can see I'm not really getting hit because I've done this a few times. And I go, just like I always do, right back to the door, right back out. What I'll do here is I'll jump over this. This, not on top of that, but I'll jump over this to spawn nobodies. That way, because of my combos, I don't accidentally go and spawn the other enemies. If you spawn other enemies, you can just run away, no big deal. But it's easier just in case you don't accidentally die, just to make sure you try not to spawn them. If I ever fallen down the stairs, I would have spawned one. Right here is a gambler and a couple more dusk. So you just take them out. If you start hitting them right away, it's not an issue. The dusk ain't really an issue, as long as you just keep kind of going. And right here will be 3 more gamblers. They don't all spawn once. 2 should usually spawn. Sometimes 1 spawns, but then once you kill 1, the other spawns. And these guys ain't much of an issue anyway. Once you know how to fight them, they don't usually attack you that often. And you want to go in here. This room is probably the room you may die in the most, because there's 3 gamblers. It depends how they all move. And it depends if you try to hit you. But you just walk through a door, so even if you do die, you can either just kill them then to come back out, or what I do is if I die, I just go out of the room. And I just go back to the spot we started in, and then start the process. It's easy for me. So I'll go out here, and what you notice is I'll be very, very careful, and I'll go back here, because sometimes, not always, these guys will be spawned. But instead of letting them hit you, just use reflect. That would take them out instantly. And you just say reflect your best friend here, basically. Sometimes they don't spawn here, so mind you, sometimes they won't. But that's okay. And then you just repeat this. I did get hit, but no big deal. I went to the door. Doing this method gives you about 43,000 EXP. I did the math. Now, that's not counting me fighting these enemies again. These enemies right here gave me probably like an extra 11,000 EXP. So, if you fight them again, you'll gain even more XP. You can gain about a level or 2, maybe even 3, depending how low you are. Now, right here, I'll take these guys out. I'll go back to the door because I don't want to die. I'll go back to the door real quick. But something will happen where I'll actually, you know, mess up and this guy will just hit me like that. And kill me. Now, obviously I went through the door before, so I just, you know, no big deal. I was kind of shocked. So I hit continue. Now I'm going to pass this guy because I didn't spawn. And what I do is, let's say I kill those guys. What I'll do is, instead of going in this room and killing them, I'll let the Denso and the nobodies kill me. That way I can restart the process and just go right back out. That's why I'm not fighting them back, so I can show you guys that just let them kill you if you do go this far. If you don't die where I died and you kill all the enemies, just go heal and hit continue, that will spawn, and then go straight back out. And you can kill these enemies if you want. I like to go in the exact routine I do because it's just easier to go through rooms like this. And then just go back here, do a spawn, and then just repeat the process. Keep doing this over and over again, and eventually it took me an hour and a half to get to where I am now. So I hope that was informative to you. I wanted to make this because I thought it was great because I couldn't find a good way. This is before the word that was before you even start though. You can grind it because enemies seem to basically infinitely respawn, but the heartless don't give you that much experience. But I wanted to make this so you guys can know and that this is a really good method. Now you can do this anyway, and if you're doing some proud, you don't have to go in and out, or even standard, or even beginner if you want to. You don't have to go in and out of the doors if you don't want to. You can just kill all the heartless there. Or nobody still, my bad. And it doesn't matter. I do this because I'm on critical, and if you want to do this on critical, it's a great way to do it. Just make sure that you go in and out of doors. You can go in and out of them more than I do. I've done this at the time probably like 20, maybe not even 12, probably like 15 times, maybe even 10. And I've done this so much that I won't go to doors as much. But when I first started this, I went to doors a lot more because I didn't want to die. But I think this is a great method for anybody who wants to do it. And especially on critical, if you want to level up a little bit before the last fight, I did this so I can fight the last bosses at level 60. Because I didn't want to fight them level 41, because I feel like I was too under leveled. So I fought them at level 60 to make it an easier time for me. But you can, the only problem is it's more of an in-game route. And there are better ways. There probably are better ways to do this even. And you can do this after Roxas, but if you want to just have the XXP, strength, or magic boost to fight Roxas or something, you know, or if you want to do this in a really short amount of time, it only took me an hour and a half to go through this. No more, no less. Hour and a half at the time I started, and that time, and technically it was probably less, because when I first started this, I died a lot. I didn't know a good routine. I just know this was a good area, but I found one myself. And if I do this now, back and forth, I probably could do it in like an hour 15, go from 41 to 60. And if you do this, you know, you could, if you can optimize it, you could probably do it quicker and get to level 99 this way if you want to. Anyway, that's all guys and girls. Hope this helped. I wanted to show this for you guys and girls because I want you guys and girls to know a good method to level up. Probably not the quickest, even though the time stage is quickest. Probably not the quickest, but I think if you optimize it, it's a pretty good method. So, anyway, guys and girls, hope you enjoyed it. I'll do more guys, maybe like this in the future. It depends. Just something I really want to put out there. That way, people know how it works and knows how to do it well. But anyway, I'll see you guys and girls in the next video. Bye bye.